Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. I'm Mone't S. Horton, your visionary and host of Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. Super excited and blessed to be here with you all tonight. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Click and share. Let somebody know that we are here. Again, this is Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves, and I'm Mone't as Horton Visionary and host. And of course, join here with Tiera Parker, co-host. Say hey to the
Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy November.
people.
November. Like, what
November.
in the world? It's almost like, Lord, how did we get here?
Listen,
I feel like I blinked and just missed the beginning half of the year. Like, what happened?
right.
It's gone so fast. You know what I
It's
mean?
gone so fast. He's allowed us to keep going and keep rolling and get up again and do it again and keep going and keep going and keep going. So it is November. Happy November, everybody. Um, this is the season of giving thanks, but every day is an opportunity to give thanks, but we celebrate Thanksgiving in this month. Um, if you have a birthday, happy birthday. We celebrate you. All of those good things. And birthday's coming. Birthday's coming. Um, Lady T, I know you got a celebration coming up. Yes, yes, yes. So we are here today for another Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves, everybody. Come on in. Y'all know what we do here. I've gotten so much feedback from last show. People saying, ladies saying, even the men saying, like, wow, you all definitely blessed us with those 5 keys to living your life, creating the life that you really want to live. And so we're so excited that you're back with us tonight. Please take a moment to click and share tonight's show. Um, and it's not a show, it's a flow. And that's where we fearlessly level up, overcome, and win. And when I say that, as you can see, it's embedded in me because this is what I do on a daily basis. That's the formula, the flow formula. All right. Trademark Mo's Enterprise. Um, but that formula is how I live fearlessly, leveling up, overcoming, and winning, no matter what is presented before me. That is definitely how I live. And so tonight we're in the flow again. Lady T, we know it's November. How are you feeling? How are you as you're approaching the end of this year? Where are you at? How are you feeling?
feel good. I feel good because I'm excited about what God is doing in the last of the year. And
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really excited. I feel like God is about to do a new thing for a lot of us. And so I'm excited to see what that will bring and what that will look like.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and we just flow with this, and so feel free, we go back and forth. And everybody who's out there tonight, um, tonight our conversation is about um level setting, level setting, getting real, resetting, and moving forward. Um, this is necessary, I think, every month is an opportunity, and even if you need to get to daily, but opportunity to level set, make sure that there are clear expectations in your relationships, in your partnerships, in your family
Yes.
dynamics, even at work, right? In the marketplace, at home, in church. to make sure that those that you are collaborating with, that you're working with, that's a part of your core team, that's a part of your support team, that you're all singing from the same hymnal, that you're reading from the same book, but also in the same chapter on the same page. And that's simply what level setting is, making sure that you're on one accord. Those are the things that I think about when you level set, because sometimes when you're talking and exchanging with individuals, sometimes you could talk over their head or they're
Hmm.
on a whole nother page and there's no
Yes.
understanding. And so I think that as we are um, creating the life, right,
Mhm.
that we want to live, that we're creating the environments that are conducive and in alignment with where we
Mhm.
want to go in our lives, that is important to make sure that everybody who is a part of that, either helping you to move that needle forward, that you're all on a level ground. And that's so important. What do you think about that, Lady Z?
I completely agree. I feel like it's easy to get misaligned or unaligned or however you want to say it. Um, and I think it's easy to start off on the same path and to end up
Mm,
in two totally different directions. That's why I think constant communication is important. And I
yeah.
also feel like it's very important not to assume, not to make assumptions.
Ooh.
Um, when it comes to others and partnerships, but when it comes to yourself as well, because I think a lot of times when we set goals for ourselves,
Hmm.
we have this whole plan and we've planned it out, right? And the assumption is, I got this, I can do this.
Yeah.
But the reality is, a lot of times we need help. We need to
Yeah.
ask, we need to ask for outside resources, outside opinions, because the reality is we can't do it all, even though we try very hard.
Listen, so you said a couple of things. Not assuming is so important.
Mhm.
That word assumption is so important, because assuming is so important, because I remember times that I would assume we can assume the best, right? Or the best outcome or most favorable outcome, or that person knows what I mean.
Mhm.
Um, but if they haven't walked lockstep with you, if there
Mhm.
hasn't been what we call OJT, on the job training, some
Mhm.
type of exposure where you've been able to pour out your, for like I always say, pull out my brain, right? Let me open it,
Yes.
let me share with you what's
Yes.
in my mind, my heart, my methodology behind it. You
Mhm.
might not get there the same way that I do, but to that result, but you understand. And so as long as we know that the outcome is on the same page, but it's so many times that we assume, as
Yes.
parents can assume,
Oh my gosh, yes.
in the workplace you can assume,
Mhm.
at church people can assume, oh, they got that message so they passed it on. The
Mhm.
person shows up and it's like, no, I didn't get it, so I wasn't even, that's why I wasn't here. So all of those things, I think if
Yeah.
we um and I think that's where communication plays a big role.
Yes. And
That's
and
yeah.
and you're right, because communication does play a big part. I think we also have to understand that when it comes to communication though, everyone learns differently and
Mm-hmm.
everyone receives information differently. So while it
Mm.
may be clear to you the way that you said it, the only way that you know the person actually received it as you intended is to ask,
Wow.
because the way they received it could be completely different than the way that you meant it. Um,
Yeah.
and then if we, I mean, we talk about communication, if we want to really get into it, we're talking about tone, body
Yeah.
language, lack thereof, um, and just pitch, like all the different things that convey different
Mm.
messages, not using words at all. So
Yeah.
so a person can take a well-meaning in your mind message and really
Yeah.
be offended or misinterpret it completely.
Yeah. So So, y'all, as you're coming in tonight, again, we're talking about level setting, getting real in that,
Mhm.
resetting, and how to really move forward. So, go ahead, get your comfy blanket, your pen, your paper, your notepad, whatever you need to take those copious notes, as we used to say in school, because tonight you're going to get some additional keys and tools, some aha moments, and hopefully moments of self-awareness and reflection that will help you to get real, about what's really showing up, where there's maybe some gaps, so that you can reset, continuously do this, and be able to move forward and not find yourself in a place where you're stuck and not able to complete this year on a high note. All right. So this is the conversation that we're having right now. So, Lady T, you brought up some great points about that communication and
Yeah.
language, tone,
Mhm.
um, then it's body language. It's so many things.
Yes.
And I know that writing,
Mhm.
and communication is something that, this is your area of expertise with written with
Yes.
intention. So, and I know from workforce development, and even it's amazing. This is pause protocol. It's like it's amazing how, like, because I teach life skills. They
Mhm.
are skill sets that we all
Mhm.
need. That
Yes.
there are some skills that they're innate, right? We
Mhm.
are born with them, but then there are some that we can develop, we can
Mhm.
strengthen as we grow. Um, and what just came to my mind is that it's amazing how some people can be sharp when they're at work and have these good, or have this professionalism, in their
Mhm.
communication, but when they
Mhm.
go home, they can't
Mhm.
communicate properly with their family,
Mhm.
their spouse,
Yes.
their loved ones,
Yes.
or it can be flipped. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like they're two different people. You can say this in church. People can go to church and put on a mask and and
Mhm.
and, and talk so wonderfully, and they go home and they going off, and
Mhm.
it's a lot of other things that's into that. But what we're talking about is allowing, developing you as a person,
Yes.
embodying these, not having individuals to be multiple people and putting on masks and all of this,
Mhm.
but we are encouraging you, as we have these conversations, to really embody these skill sets, and these
Yes.
take these principles and apply them. I know I am. You
Yeah.
know, every time I teach facilitator training, it's like, oh wow, it's bringing me to the forefront and saying, oh yeah, you could have handled that better. Oh, actually you did good right there. Oh, you can tweak that a little bit right there. So self-awareness is important. But
Yes.
for you, why do you think is that important? Or you get what I'm saying, in terms of how people can put on those two
I feel
instead of just
like
being real.
I feel like when you are an effective communicator, when you can communicate effectively, I really feel like it unlocks access to so many different things, not just
Hmm.
opportunities, but we're talking about relationships, relationship building. We're talking about growth. We're talking about development. Because when you can effectively communicate, when you can effectively say what you are thinking and have the other person receive it as such, or even just check in to make sure that it was received as in the manner that you intended.
Mm,
When people are when people feel seen or heard or have that basic sense of they checked in on me to make sure I was good. There's
hmm
a level of respect and a feeling of being seen. I feel
hmm
like we live in a world where everybody wants to be heard and everybody wants to be seen, but people are not doing the seeing.
hmm That's good. That's good. So you want to be the one you want to give
Mm-hmm.
instructions, but you
Yes.
don't want to receive. You're not able to take. You want to be the giver, the director, the manager.
Yes. Yes.
You want to be calling you want to call the shots,
Yep.
but you um are not open enough to be or responsible enough, right, to take accountability,
Yes. And
to
take
be
correction.
the first partaker of it.
And I think that's the best teachers, the best instructors are the ones where you can ask questions, the ones where they can admit they made a mistake, and the ones to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, guys, I got that wrong.
Yeah,
This is what it really is."
yeah,
Those are the best instructors. Those are the best leaders. The ones that can humble themselves enough to say, "I was wrong here," or somebody in class brings up a point that alters their thinking. Like, that's a really good point. I'm going to have to think more about that. I'm going to have to do some research on that. Thank you for bringing that up. Not, no,
yeah,
that's not where I was going with that.
yeah. That's good. That's good. So as we are level setting in this conversation, we're getting into the honesty, right? And the being
Mhm.
real of it because um we can't, number one, we just said assume. We have to have effective, not just communication, but effective communication.
Yeah.
Effective takes it to a whole nother level because it's not just your understanding, but it's a shared understanding. It doesn't
Yes.
have to be a shared acceptance because you can
Yes.
agree to disagree.
Yes. Absolutely.
Come
That's
on.
important. That's
But
important.
it is a shared understanding, and that's where you are on level
Hmm.
ground. One is not on a hill and one is not down at the
Absolutely.
bottom of the hill, but can we all just kind of come on
Hmm.
on the same page? So we have to be real, but in the realness we know that in the workplace versus being home with your family, it can be a totally different tone,
Yes.
right, in a way that we communicate,
Hmm.
the way that we text, all of those things. Because my goodness, I
Yes.
always say be mindful. People put
Yes.
shorthand, when you send it in group text, all of these different dynamics.
Yes.
Um, because once you hit that email, once it's or that text is out in the universe.
And
So,
And I don't mean to interrupt you, but I want
are
to
you good?
share this because you brought up texting. And everybody, like when it comes to text messaging, everyone has their own rules. Every
Mm,
person has their own rules. You have people, don't thumbs up me. There are other people that, a thumbs up is fine. Like everybody, everyone has their own rules when it comes to text messaging communication. Some people don't like abbreviated messages. Some people like it's so you have to be what you said is so true. You have to be mindful because everyone receives text messages differently.
so can we kind of like talk about that, y'all? Let us know that y'all here, that you hear us, that y'all drop some emojis, drop a message in the comments. Come on, y'all, interact because does this resonate with you? Um, that is so. Let's talk about, because I
Yeah,
think about
yes,
what you just said is what I think about on social media.
yes,
Like, so what is a heart versus a thumbs up? You know what I'm saying?
yes, yes,
So you have people who don't say anything,
right.
but then you have some people, they'll just give you a thumbs up, like it. I guess that's like, and then it's
Yeah,
love.
right.
But who are you to kind of determine what that is? It's up for discussion if it's a
Yeah,
love or a like,
right.
and it's crazy because you have people to love everything, and then then that same person would just like it. Like, okay, like we in a
Right,
competition or something. Like
right,
we
right.
judging.
Yes,
So for me, I just don't say anything at all. Unless I, you know
yes,
what I'm saying, doing. I don't know. And then some people can be offended if,
Yes.
and I know in like in text, it's like it's the same thing. Maybe I read too much into it, but
No,
I
I don't think you
am,
do though.
I'm working on my communication.
I don't think you do because I mean I've had similar conversations with like with people, and it's very real. Like everyone interprets text messaging, especially this emoji thing, so differently. So
Yeah.
it's I mean, and it's crazy that this is the conversation that we're having, but this is the world that we're living in because everybody texts all the time. So, and that's something, and like we're laughing about it, but the reality is that it's a very real thing, and people really do get offended when they feel like their message isn't received with the same level of enthusiasm or warmth that they sent their message. So it's just effective communication, I feel like also includes being mindful and aware of
Hmm.
who you are communicating with. I'm not saying that you need to have all of their rules written down. It's just a matter
Yeah.
of, just being mindful, like you said, because I think it's very, very important.
It really does
Yeah.
matter and to other people. So it goes back to us saying level set, communicate,
Mm-hmm.
be real about it, communicate and honest about it with your partner,
Mm-hmm.
your whoever is in within your scope of influence
Yes.
that you're working
Absolutely.
with on a daily basis. It's important for us to have these conversations. I'm doing it on a regular basis.
Yes.
You'll see me even Lady T, like when we're communicating, I really don't like
You're right. That's me. That's me.
like for me, but you'll see that I put the check
Yeah.
mark.
Right. Yes.
Like to let you know I got it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It
Right.
might not be nothing
Right.
necessarily that I need the heart, but I'll put the check mark.
Right. Right.
Every once in a while I might do a thumbs up. But yeah. So all of this, y'all, we're still talking about this level setting and really being honest no matter what. You might say, okay, why are we talking about this tonight? But this is all a part of this effective communication, not assuming.
Mm-hmm.
All of these things will help us not to waste time, Monet. Like I'm talking to myself. When we don't, when we
Yeah.
assume that somebody going left and they really went right,
Yes.
then we waste time because
Yes.
we just didn't ask the question.
That part.
We didn't
That
get
part.
clarity on the appointment time,
That part.
you know. So instead of catching an attitude,
Mm-hmm.
we which we can quickly do, why not pick up the phone, have the conversation, or send a clear, text message or however to get the information you need.
And you said something too, because I feel like that's a part of it. But the other part too is don't be afraid to look silly. Be and because the reality is that if you I would rather look silly and be clear.
Listen and
You know
maintain
what I
my
mean?
peace.
Yeah, because a lot of times people don't ask the questions or they don't ask clarifying questions because they feel like it should have been included in the information that was given. Well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe the person
Hmm.
delivering the information wasn't clear. Maybe you didn't miss it. Maybe it just was not given. Don't be
Hmm.
afraid to look silly just so that you can have clarity.
Yeah, that's good. And I think we all you kind of said this in a way. We all have and we live from a unique, different perspective and place, and the way that we see things is shaped by our experiences, how we were raised, all these things.
Yes.
So what we may think somebody should have did, it
Mhm.
might not, click. So when we add our voice, when we dare to add our voice and activate our voice and
Mhm.
ask the question in the meeting that you think, oh, I'm scared, like internally you like trembling,
Mhm.
but it may be needed.
Yep.
Your voice is needed in the conversation. You're there in the room for a purpose and a reason. Your perspective, the people, the manager, the director might be missing something. So it's
Mhm.
important for you to add that. your husband, your wife, whoever it is, your mom, your daughter, your child might be missing something. So it's important for you to add or share your perspective
Yes.
to that conversation to help to propel you all forward. Some things we're doing individually, but
Mm-hmm.
there's some things that we're doing collectively. And I
Mm-hmm.
think when we dare to share that, I might need to put that on a t-shirt. When we dare to share
Mm-hmm.
that, it helps the collective,
Yes.
because the times that we're living in, you all, it's calling for collaboration,
Yes.
it's calling for partnership,
Yes.
it's calling for us to work together in community, sisterhood, brotherhood,
Yes.
and to leverage our resources,
Mm-hmm.
the things that we have, so that we can help support one another and we can all win.
Yeah,
But when
absolutely.
we have this single mentality, or let's not even go back to the crab in the barrel
Oh,
mentality, or
girl.
if I don't get it, you can't get it.
Mm.
But how, you know now some things I believe that you might have to learn first, and then you can go back and get the
Mm-hmm.
collective. But
Mm-hmm.
that's a little bit different. But you
Yes,
get what I'm saying?
I do.
Like,
I do.
we have to begin to shift our mindsets in these ways so that we can all win.
Because the reality is, and I say it all the time, we were not put here. It is in the Bible. We were not put here to do life as solo
Alone.
travelers. Okay. That's not why we're here. We were put here to be in community, to do life as a community. It's important for us to have our own communities. We were not meant to battle through life's troubles and struggles alone. That is
Hmm.
never what God intended for us,
Yeah. Hmm.
ever.
Yeah. Never. Never. So, as we're having these conversations, we want you all to be empowered. Take a temperature check. We're going to take one
Mhm,
tonight to see, hey, where am I? Where do I really need to level up and be honest with myself? Be real within and
mhm,
without, with the others that I share life with. That as one ministry, they say, as doing life together.
mhm,
How, where are the gaps? Where am I at? Am I being real? Am I being vulnerable? Am I being
mhm.
open?
One of the things that I like to do is I like to ask the people that are closest to me and see me every day. Like
Mm,
because a lot of times, okay, so we self-reflect and we ask ourselves the hard questions, right? But sometimes we are not always honest with ourselves.
ooh,
However, the people that interact with you the most, the people that see you and talk to you the most, can give you honest answers that may contradict what you've self reflected because you were too afraid to be honest with yourself.
and go deep in.
Yep.
That's
And
so
as you
good.
always say, peel back the layers
And
because
peel back them
we
layers.
don't want to hurt our own feelings. So we'll just peel back that one layer and we'll just, try to sugarcoat it. Meanwhile, you go ask your sister and she's like, girl,
And they
now
just do what? They just rip that
listen,
peeling off.
they get to the root real quick.
And what do? You save your
Seriously.
time. You
Yes.
save yourself time, energy, money,
Yes.
heartache,
All the things.
living in your own brain and perspective.
Yes.
When they rip that thing back in the way that only they can,
Yes.
because I'm
Yes.
in one on a regular basis. Shout out to Sunshine out there. My
and
partner David. Listen, we always pulling back some
and
layers.
it's important though because those people will peel back the layers in love. it will never be out of hurt or out of spite or to hurt you. It's only so that you can grow and develop. You have to be
Mm.
mindful who you go and ask these questions to.
Yeah. So it's not everybody, but
Right.
it's your core. Find your core. And your core is not always everybody. Come on, y'all. Click
Yes.
and share and let us know you're out
Yes.
there. Listen, your core is not always your family.
That part.
It's not always blood.
No, it's not.
You can find somebody in what is it? Find your people in
Yes.
church, at work. It may be different locations in different places, but
Yes.
find your core who will be truthful, not your amen corner all the time, but they can have
You
those
better say that again.
hard conversations when
Yes.
you think you're smelling good,
Yes.
you know, not
Yes.
literally, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But when you
absolutely.
think you all good, they say
Yes.
no, no poo poo, no poo poo
Li-
poo
li-
poo.
Like
No,
I'm proud of you and all that you've accomplished,
you so
but I
wonderful.
I need you to I need you to bring it back down a notch. You're getting a little too big for your britches.
Yeah, yeah. Or tweak this a little bit.
Yes.
This
Yes.
is why this level setting in all these areas is important
So,
because so we got a couple of y'all know we got some homework, right? We have you can reflect on these now or you can do them later or do both. But sometimes that next level that we're looking to get to
mhm.
requires us to be honest. Take this
Yeah.
real look at where we are, where we want to be emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, all it relationally. And so as we're pulling back these layers tonight and pausing to ask, hey, is this really working?
Mhm.
Is it, do I need to, is it working? Is it not working? Do I need to pivot, shift something? What's really happening?
Mm.
So that first question tonight is asking yourself, you can write it down. Number one, are the individuals who are part of my core, are they truthful? Do they meet this? Are they able to be honest with me? And am I able to be honest with them? Are we able to have that free exchange
Mhm.
back and forth?
Mm.
Are they just cheering me on and patting me on like, oh, are they able to do you have individuals in your life? And you might say, hey, I don't necessarily have a core,
Mm.
but I have my best friend, or I have my
Mhm.
loved one, my spouse, or my mom, or whoever your person is or your people are. But ask yourself, do I have individuals around me who's able to do that? Or am I the one always pouring in and out?
Mm. That's good
Because you
too.
might need to put a side note to say, hey, I need to find now these days they're saying find your tribe, find your sisterhood. For
Yes.
the guys, find your brotherhood. It's a process. And now I know people, they got everybody they meet is a best friend. I'm like, listen, that's not what I subscribe to. Now some things are
Oh,
organic and they build quickly,
yes.
but I don't everyone who I meet is not my best friend. They cannot be brought up close. If
Mm-mm.
if you're that person who's making those friends, like I am a people's person,
Mhm.
and social when I'm out, I kind of mix and mingle depending on what the setting is. But ask yourself, am I quickly naming and claiming individuals?
Mm.
And then is it time for me to, so you evaluate that. Is it time for me to, is it working or is it not?
Mhm.
It seems like that's been a common thread through all of our conversations, right?
Yeah.
If it's time to eliminate or release,
Yes.
It might be a season of release if we're carrying something that we shouldn't really be carrying.
And I saw this reel today by Real Talk Kim, and she said, if people live your life, you have to have the gift of goodbye.
That's the one I shared out today.
because
Yes.
because the reality is that we have to be okay with the people that we thought staying leaving, or the Lord removing people that we thought were forever people, or transitions happening that we are not okay with, because at the
Hmm.
end of the day, ultimately we have to be okay and understand that his plan is greater than ours.
Mm.
We don't always have to
Yes.
like it. We're not going to always like it, because
Yeah.
that's just the reality of it, because we get comfortable with people, places, and things. And so when things start shifting, we're uncomfortable
Hmm.
and we feel lost. And that's
Yep.
okay, that's understandable. But then you have to ask yourself, is my plan greater than his?
Mm. Is your plan. So we have to. That's so good because that's the one I saw, this morning, and it resonated because that's been like I said, a common thread in my life,
Mm-hmm.
um, regular basis. Just like we maintenance and we take out our trash. Hopefully, you all have a regular kind of basis. You take out your trash. It's scheduled to go out. Mine is Tuesdays. They come. So I gotta go around, and make sure I'm collecting things that needs to be disposed of. So we need to do the same thing in our lives. Go
Yes.
on and collect that stuff that needs to be disposed of.
Mm.
Don't be a hoarder because hoarding does not. It does not help
Mm-mm.
you gain the right results.
It
That's why
does
you have
not.
to get clear, like we talked about last week, on
Mm.
what you really want in your life. Because once you get clear on what you really want in your life, then your actions have to align with it.
Yes.
So that kind of goes into the next question of um, when you begin to check your levels and see where things are in your life, do you really want peace?
Mm.
Do you want happiness? Do you want, some people say happiness, joy is more, everlasting or, sustainable and things
Mm-hmm.
of that long term.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness can come and go. Um, but how full is your peace tank?
Mm.
That goes with the people that in your surrounding.
Yeah.
Are they withdrawing your peace, or are they adding to your peace?
Mm.
Listen, these are questions. So on a scale from 1 to 10, we're one being your peace is low.
Mm.
10 is high, and you're continually looking for ways how do you maintain your peace?
And I feel like the older we get, the less we are willing to bargain with our peace.
Sis, come on.
Because I feel like in my younger years, you are when you're young, you are willing to bargain with your peace a lot. And especially I would say our generation now, the generation after us, they a different breed. They're not
In a whole
girl. And good for them. Good for them is all I can
wonderful.
say. But I feel like the older and the more mature and the more
Hmm.
spiritually mature you become, the
Hmm.
less you are willing to bargain with your peace
I
for
didn't hit
anything
that.
or anyone.
Listen, I think I hit that T at like 35,
Mm-hmm.
36.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely at 40. I don't care. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I love you with the love of Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
but he has not made a full, listen,
Yes.
my peace
Yes.
is not in it's not negotiable. It's not a dollar amount. It's not for
Mm-mm.
sale. We can't exchange it. You can't,
Mm-mm.
turn it in, dust it up. No,
Mm-mm.
it's too important
It is.
because my
It is.
ability to maintain my peace helps me to stay in a place that I can, in a mental stable place that allows me to create and birth more. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
be more in all of those. So take everything away. If I have my mindset, I can create it all again. You know what I'm saying? If I have
Yes.
my peace, inner
Yes.
peace, external doesn't matter because people can
Mm-mm.
take your materialistic, all of these things.
Hmm.
But if I'm stable, if my peace is maintained, then come what may, I am I have my full armor on. So
Yes.
take that moment to reflect tonight. Where are you? If you want to put your number in the chat, go ahead. If you're bold, look, this year we are making big, bold power moves, y'all. We are unraveling the power plan, the power move plan. And it's time for you to make those moves. With that, what area of your life feels most off balance right now or the least peaceful? And why do you think that is?
Mm.
Look, I know, let's talk about what we do in those times when we feel like we're off balance, we're not in alignment. I know for me, I have to get still.
Mm-hmm.
And in those moments, I either have to, it could be where I can get still at home,
Mm-hmm.
I have a peaceful environment, all of those things. But
Mm-hmm.
then sometimes it requires me to literally change my physical position
Mm-hmm.
where, if I need to go walk or I might go stick my feet in the sand, go
Mm-hmm.
change my location, go near the water, the beach, somewhere
Yeah.
that takes me there and I can gain that peace and or that balance. The
Yeah.
balance, what balance is for me,
Mm-hmm.
because I think also when I was just talking to someone else about this, is that I think that balance is different for everybody.
It
What's
is.
balanced for me might not be balanced for you.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree 110%.
Yeah.
And I think
So
it's being
yeah.
okay with that. Being
Hmm.
okay that my balance or my piece looks different than yours.
Hmm.
Because I think sometimes people feel like, oh, because it doesn't look like yours or it doesn't look like theirs, then it's wrong. No,
Hmm.
it's whatever makes you happy.
Hmm. Yeah. Whatever makes you happy and brings you in a good, you in your good space,
Yeah.
your happy space, your joy, your joy space. And I know for me it's being near the water and like, oh, if I just see water, it just takes me there. Like, yeah, this is it.
Mhm.
What is it? What helps you, Lacey?
Mm. Um, I hmm. Peaceful for me is traveling. I love like it does bring me peace. I know a lot of people don't like the airport and all of that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. But that and any kind of arts and craft, listen, I can craft my day and life away, okay? Um and reading. Those are like
Mm,
my happy places for sure.
yes, yes. Yeah, now I'm there with you with creating
Yes.
the creative side,
Yes.
something that doesn't take it's mindless, right? Something
Yes, it
you don't
just
even have
centers
to.
you. It like brings you back to you. Like it just
Yeah, yeah.
mm.
Now I will tell you because I am a little competitive when it comes to certain things that I didn't even realize, right? Like, or it wasn't even a competition, but when I went to my first sip and paint, this is so funny. When I went to my first sip and paint party, I actually, was working hard. Girl, I was all tense. I, what we were probably painting flowers and all of this stuff. Mine had to be, it wasn't a competition, but it was almost just like it had to be perfect.
Yeah.
And I wanted mine to be just like,
Yeah.
then I'm like, this is actually supposed to be something when you
Yeah.
relax you, stress free. So I had to do a self check. I'm like, wait a minute, sis, you doing the opposite here. So it kind of, that self-awareness in that moment was like, wait a minute, you
Yeah.
doing it like that. So now it truly does. Even though I like some of the details, but
Mm-hmm.
kind of let yourself,
Yeah.
go with it. And that also helps me with like vulnerability. Like, you know,
Mm.
think about if you're having challenges, this just came to my mind, in those areas of vulnerability or just letting stuff go or doing
Mm-hmm.
things freely, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
freelance or free flow. Doing those creative activities and allowing
Yes.
yourself to just get lost in it can
Yes.
actually help you with those skill sets
Yes. Yes.
and those different behaviors and mannerisms that we take on. I never really thought that to right now since we're talking it out. And that's why it's important for us to have these conversations
Yes.
because that exchange, it illuminates, and
It
we're
really
sharing
does.
in, you know, community. So if you are not one that are not daring or kind of jump out the box, out of the box, we challenge you. We always
Yes.
good for a good up for a good challenge. We challenge you to step outside of the box.
Mm-hmm.
Go to find one of the activities that work for you. If it's Zumba, if it's dancing, some dance and sing at home in the shower and all of that, but go dance, and take a
Yes.
dance class where you can,
Yes.
get loose and kind of do. And you like, oh my goodness, the energy, the vibes, the music, have fun. Let it go, let it flow. It's all right. Don't get me started because I love a good dance. You know, you can be saved and dance.
Yes.
You can have fun. You
And
know,
you can, and it's just, and I think it's just so
try
important
life.
that we do. We need it.
Yeah, you have to take that moment to love on yourself. This weekend we hosted the It's All Love Ladies Night Out, and I'm telling you, the ladies showed up in the room, just so organically. The love was definitely there, authenticity, this pure sisterhood. We did the icebreaker, and I did a self-care bingo with them.
Uh-huh.
And when I tell you the self-reflection, and everybody was like,
Mm,
um, wow, I'm doing good with self-care. So instead of saying bingo, they said self-care out, when they got
mhm,
um it. But what I was glad to hear is that many of the ladies had already put a lot of the um the activities, the self-care activities in action. They've
mm,
already been implementing it. But then some said, well, I need to do a little bit more. Or I'm going to go home and post this as a friendly reminder
yeah,
to keep it in front of me. So being intentional about it,
yeah,
about what helps to fill your cup. So again, we're level setting, we're getting real, resetting. This will help you to reset. I don't know about you, but a good dance or sisterhood. What we
yes,
held this weekend
yes,
was more for us. It was like,
hmm
oh my goodness, y'all don't know how much it was for us than it was for you. But then the ladies, like,
yeah,
oh my goodness, we needed this as well. And so it's important to be obedient in every process because you don't
that
know
part.
how your yes is connected to somebody else. I hope y'all
Mm,
still following me.
that is so good.
Your yes, right? In the getting real, in the resetting, It's also also not only helping you, but it's helping somebody else.
Yes.
So you can get to the moving forward. This just fell on me today, and I was thinking about it. I hadn't put two and two together, but the event that we hosted we didn't even put it all on social media. We just kind of texted kind of within our um um groups, kind of shared it out. And we said, God, whoever's meant to be in the room will be in the room. And we love everybody, but but there was going back, stepping back a little bit, there was such a sense of urgency. And
Mm.
shout out to my mom, Sunshine out there, Mone't Laurie. Great to see you out there. Um, we were talking, having one of our regular conversations, and I said, it's such a sense of urgency. I feel like we need to have,
Mm.
something. And I know it's kind of short notice, but hey, let's just put it out there and let's see. And it's sometimes we, I know for me, but I'm learning to get, go definitely past that. But sometimes we can limit ourselves because we're looking at timelines and dates, right? And allowing those things to limit us. We want to say
Yes.
it's not enough time for
Yes.
15, 20 people to show up or whatever. But I want to encourage somebody who's out there watching tonight not to limit yourself from
Yes.
moving to forward into the next step. Because you don't obey, because you're limiting
Mm.
yourself from taking the actionable step, because you're looking at the natural constraints. But
Mm.
how many know that God will put the super on our natural if you
That
just
part.
accept the task, take responsibility for whatever it is He's called you to do? So in that time, quick time, turn around, about 10 minutes, about 10, 15 minutes, less than 30 minutes, had a flyer, had, blah, blah, blah. We went through it, sent it out. And when I say it was about at least 15 of us out there,
Mm.
and the response is that I needed this.
Mm.
Shout out to Sharon out there. Sharon, I know she's like, hey, I'm gonna come up. Sharon was in the room, surprised me, and brought a guest. And but the point of what I'm making is that even as we're talking about this level setting, getting real, resetting, and moving forward tonight, is that this is your turn. This is your opportunity to turn the page tonight.
Mm.
It's not over. Sometimes when we think that challenges come and that it looks like the end, it's
Mm.
actually offering you a new beginning.
Mm.
So I dare you to look and see it from a new perspective tonight. Don't look at it as limitations, but look at it as an opportunity. You're too close to the finish line. We're in November. You're too close to the finish line not to birth out that thing.
Mm.
Somebody else needs it.
Yes.
Will you dare to show up? The things that are going on in our lives, and there's so much going on. Dare to look at it not as punishment, but how about preparation?
Mm.
It's preparing you
Mm.
for whatever is on the other side.
Mm.
So keep going, keep flowing, so you can keep glowing. Somebody needs you, but you have to be the first partaker
Mm.
of it. You need you. Show up for yourself.
Mm.
Before we assess who's around us, let's also assess what's in us.
Yes.
What's in us. And I declare and decree and affirm for me all the time that all I do is no matter what. When I got clear about, this is how I say that I live this thing out. When I got clear about the instruction of quickly organizing and getting this together this past weekend, right? We executed. And as quick as I moved on what God said, guess what? He moved on
Mm,
something that has been on hold for a whole year, going on like a year and a couple of months for me.
mm,
Got a call and said, "Hey, I'm surprised you." Bam, bam, bam. This is done. Something that had been on hold for a little over a year.
mm.
So I'm telling you, obedience. You can level set with your obedience today. Start over again. Yeah, yeah, Lord, I ain't do what you said to do last time. I didn't call her.
Mm.
The person that you're not calling could be the person with your blessing,
Whew.
but they're just waiting to hear from you. So listen, I didn't mean to go listen, but that's the message.
Mm,
Be obedient. What you're dealing with is not here to break you, but will you dare to break through it
mm,
so you can move forward and get to the other side? Lady T, do you have
mm, 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 mm.
any other words
I don't. That's just so good.
tonight? I hope and pray that tonight has been an opportunity for you, for me, even as I've been sharing out of my heart and experience and what I'm living on a daily basis as I'm creating the life that I want to live.
Mm,
I hope that this has empowered you to make a power move in your own life,
mm.
to move from stagnant to manifestation, from stuck to action, from
Yes.
moving beyond your reality to get to your wealthy place. Before you can see it manifested tangibly, you got to see it. You got to see it. You got to know that it's there. You got to already know that you're wealthy and you're full of good, 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 good
Yes.
stuff.
Mm, 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 mm.
That is not only going to be useful for you, but you're experiencing it because somebody else needs it from you. But you gotta dare to break through it, through the ceiling.
Mm,
That's not the limit. That's just the beginning. So we're breaking through, we're moving forward, we are unleashing, we're unlocking, we are rising to the occasion, we are reclaiming our peace, our priority, and we are daring to change our perspective on the things that are happening to us and standing firm and knowing that it's not just happening to us, but it's happening through us.
yes.
Y'all, I can go on and on and night, but listen, go back, listen to the replay. This is how we flow over here. We fearlessly level up, we overcome, and we dare to win. We're just not winning small, we're winning big. We've
Mm,
declared and decreed this year to be big, bold power moves. And from the start of November, I promise you there's still time
yes.
to make that big, bold power move in your life. So I love you all. We love you.
Yes.
This has been another Sister to Sister talk power moves. Get up, sister to sister. Get up, sister to sister. It's time to make your power move. Take care.